Our next speaker is Ruhi Snyder, and she will be talking about the role of self-regulation and shift schedules to counter the slow violence of shift work. Notes from the front line. Thanks, Ruhi.
Good morning. I am a shift worker, and this is my self-case study that I initiated. So my original thesis was that if I'm able to self-regulate myself in terms of exercise and diet, I'll be able to cope with a very rigid and inflexible schedule. So this chart is going to reflect the evolution of my self-regulation program and its impact on work as measured by sum of vacation days, sick days, and unpaid days. This was what my schedule looked like in January of 2011 and 2012, with rotating day shifts and weekend night shifts, very little recovery time. And in 2011, I interjected high-intensity interval training into my night shifts. And then by mid-2012, I started that on my days as well. Timing is variable at this point, and I take complete control of the timing of exercise, as well as diet and caffeine, and I completely eliminated alcohol from my life. Not a good thing. So by 2013, I actually request a change in my schedule, so it's a little more rhythmic, and I end up taking all my day shifts off as vacation days or unpaid days. So you'll see a spike in my unpaid days and my vacation days in 2013. And this year I was doing high-intensity interval training 5 to 6 days a week. I regimented every aspect of my life, and I will tell you what happened in February of 2014 was I completely burnt out. Gone. End of my thesis right there. And I ended up going on a leave of absence and recalibrated my systems and recommended that I come back to this schedule, which is like a job share that I do with a colleague, which is 2 nights a week and then a day shift every 2 weeks, which I actually further went and started controlling my self-regulation program in terms of high intensity only during nighttime and mixed intensity interval training during days off. I also controlled my food, caffeine, and I went back on alcohol, which was a good thing. And I added meditation, yoga, and fasting to my routine. And so you can see the sick days went down, unpaid days went down, my vacation is good. And this is my schedule at this particular point. But this is only effective because of my self-awareness, my organization's flexibility, and a complete collaboration from my family, because it would not have been possible if they did not participate in this crazy experiment. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ruhi. Questions for Ruhi?
I have one.
Yes.
Yes. It is very interesting when someone make this rhythmometric measures, because then you perceive the problems and then you try to solve them. But some situations are out of our control.
Indeed. Yeah. So this is just a distilled version that has multiple layers to this.
Do you have children?
Oh yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
And how old are
and
they?
my husband's an artist, so it's like another level of.
How old are they? I mean, how old are they?
So that's why this is a long process. My biological child at this point is 13, but I also have 2 older children.
Right.
But they come and go. They are from my husband's previous love,
right.
But it's
Okay.
Yeah. So you definitely, they are very well. It's very well understood. When I say they participate, it is because I spent time educating them on what was going on and that this is going to be a very long experiment. That it is an experiment, and that we are all participating in it together. They're curious people, so it worked out well.
And finally, what do you do?
Oh, I study sleep. So there's irony to that.
Oh, you are a sleep technician.
I'm a technologist,
Technologist.
and I'm a clinical sleep educator. So I'm educating people on sleep disorders while getting one.
Time for one more question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Drew?
I think you've regulated more than self here, just as a side comment. But I'm interested in how you got your employer to be part of this process.
So I did check all systems. Like I went through. So it's a unionized job. So I did go through and brought my data to the HR, brought the union. And because my actually productivity, which I haven't mentioned, because it's 3 minutes and it's a lot of data, my productivity is doubled. And I don't have benefits because I lost that when I went on permanent part-time position, which is fine. So it's a reciprocity. It was understood that if my performance was going to increase, and they measure productivity, and they can see that it's actually doubled, and that I'm fully engaged in my work, and I'm fully engaged in life. So, I make them give me awards. So.
Thank you very much.